Hi, I'm Glenn, City of Island Fishing Field Team, and this round I'm just going to give some catch-up as to some things that we did this past Thanksgiving break. So right off the bat, we had a lot of rain, so we had to do things indoors. And so one of the things that we knocked out was republishing an old Turner Falls Park trout fishing article that we had posted several years ago. Republished it, and now we've got it out there posted on hub pages. So do check that one out. It's got some good details as some of the places that you want to plan for when you want to try catching some of those trout at Turner Falls Park. And that said, while we were indoors, also was able to pick up on Black Friday at Cabela's, while we're up in Oklahoma, the stocking foot waders. Been watching this one for a while. It was like 69 bucks initially. Came all the way down to $29.99, $32 out the door basically. Pretty happy with this. And he got it with a gift card, so spent no money basically. And in fact, we were planning on using that at Turner Falls because we typically don't need to wade there. And when we were there this last round, it turned out didn't even need to put on any wading boots. We just kind of stayed on shore and fished the area. And while we were there, got a good opportunity to put the wooden net wooden net to use with our fishing buddy catching some nice trout on Gold Super Dupers. I know we in the video that you'll see, it'll talk about some copper Super Dupers. We're actually using Gold Super Dupers. So do keep that in mind when you see our upcoming video on Turner Falls Park fishing that we did on Saturday, November 30th. Also, we posted some things about fishing, some fishing flies that we used this last round, and we used various fishing flies, but you'll see that there's a certain fishing fly that's missing now, and it's the Mop Fly with the orange gold or orange egg sac. We don't have that anymore. Ended up losing a bunch of them, or those three, in fact, while we were fishing there. Caught most of those trout that day on the Mop Fly, as well as this variant of a Mop Fly with the Chenille. One on a John Deere, one on a PMC Emerger, and the rest were on the Mop Fly with the Orange Sac. Ended up limiting out two of us, one using the Gold Super Duper on some ultralight gear, varying retrieve, initially just cast, 3-second count, reel it in, and a steady retrieve, and you were getting hookups, and then later on stop and go retrieve was working. And then yours truly was trying them on fishing flies. Would have limited out on fishing flies, but kept on that last one, throwing them back, hoping to get a bigger one. And as it turned out, as the day was winding, we had to go leave the area. Ended up catching that last one with a Gold Super Duper. Alrighty, so that's all this round. Do check out the video that we have. It's going to be a long one. In there you'll see some various things that we're describing, specifically the area that we're fishing, the retrieves that we're taking, as well as the frustration that yours truly was having with setting the hook and trying to get them to stay on the line to land the trout. But luckily we did limit out. Alright, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for checking out our video. Okay, so we're here. We've paid our entrance fee. It's $15 plus tax. That comes out to like $16 and something cents. We got the little map that we get every year, and they did stock above the waterfall, so we'll fish that section. Only 3 people so far in the park here this Saturday morning. Water looks really clear, and there's only one other fisherman supposedly, so there's only be 2 groups here fishing at this point. Additionally, they mentioned that they stocked about 3 weeks ago, so we'll be fishing the creek after about 3 weeks of stocking. So let's see how it goes. We're going to come up on the first water crossing, and since we're going to be fishing above the waterfall, we'll only have to go through this water crossing. I believe there's a second one, and then we'll be heading up above. Here's the second water crossing. And
and then if you continue going forward, it'll take you uphill. If you make a left, it'll take you over to the waterfall parking area. In this case, since I stopped above the waterfall, we'll be just going straight ahead, going up the hill here. Alright, so here's the top of the hill. And what we're going to do is work our way over to the first stocking area. It's going to be just slightly to our left here. You can see some of the windmills out in the distance. Alright, so you'll come to this fork in the road. What we want to do is continue going forward. And then this will take us to the first stocking area parking area. Promising. Let's go take a little look-see at the area. Let's go put on our polarized glasses and we'll see how let's see if we can spot a few before we start fishing. The water's really clear and hopefully we can see a fish or two kind of hanging out in the pools.
This area tends to hold a good amount of trout during a stocking, usually the first couple of weeks or so. However, this round, looking in the holes and pockets that we normally see them in, didn't see anything.
There's a view of upriver from the pool. Went down to a lower pool. I think I see something kind of flitting in and out, but so far not really seeing a trout. All right, we're gonna go move upriver. We didn't see any trout in the water up there. We did see something hitting on top that looked like small fingerling little fish. So we're gonna move further upriver and see if we can locate them, and then we'll start fishing. All right, so what we're doing is we're gonna work our way to the northernmost upriver section where there's a parking area. So you pretty much know you're there is when you have to either go straight or left, and in this case you want to make a left. And this road will then take you down to the river. All right, so we'll just follow this road around and we'll go to the parking area. We'll set up here shortly. All right, we're here. So one thing we learned about Turner Falls is definitely do some scouting around before you start fishing, and tend to start fishing once you locate or visually see them in the water. So here we're seeing a lot of movement. And we think there's a fish or two heading in here, so we're just gonna scout it and give it a shot here shortly.
So over by the other side of the river, we can see some movement, things kind of flitting about and chasing, looks like something on the surface. Maybe they're feeding, whatnot, so we're gonna give it a shot.
All right, so our fishing buddy got the first fish of the day using a Super Duper. Which one was it? Copper Super Duper with a red head. Were you using a fast retrieve? All right, fast retrieve. Had 3 hits before he got this one, so bottom line, we've got a pattern.
Oh, one cast,
All right, oh, and there he is.
Immediate.
All right.
Close.
Okay, and we've got the TFO 6 weight, and yeah, we got some dirt on it. Let's go and get that cleared out. TFO 6 weight with the Echo Ion 6/7 weight reel. OPSC schedule head with a mono running line, a coated mono running line. We're going to start out with a Mop Fly and no indicator. Since our fishing buddy's saying that they're hitting on a fast retrieve, we're just going to try doing this without an indicator. Wish us luck. All right, so let's get situated and see if we can get a hit. It looks like they're on the far side, so we'll go get started with a couple of casts to get it out. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, let it sink. Watch for any line movement, and we'll just kind of do a long pull and see what that does. There's a hit. All right, on the Mop Fly. No indicator. Woohoo! Second fish of the day first fish for yours truly. He's a fighter. Let's bring this baby in. Alrighty then. Let's see what he looks like. Oh yeah. Alright. Mop Fly. Alright, here's the cast on the Mop Fly. We're going to let it sink a little, and then we'll do long pull retrieves. Alright, bring that baby in. Another fast retrieve. Alright. Nice. That one's a little bit bigger. Do you need a net? Here, let me get it. Just hold it there. Oh, that's a nice one. Bring him in. Just walk it back. All right, nice. That's a nice one. Well, good job. Oh, yeah. All right. On that Super Duper.
So our fishing partners found the pattern, that Gold Super Duper with that red head. Seems to be the ticket.
All right, so here's a Mop Fly. We're going to give that one a shot. This is the one we did with a chenille instead of an egg sac. And let's see how this one does. There's a hit. All right, no movement on that one. Just let it sink. No indicator, just watch the line. All right. Be number 2 for yours truly. All right, so it looks like Mop Flies is the go-to, as well as the Copper Super Duper. Okay, so we'll stick with the Mop Fly. So far we did a Mop Fly, a near deer, a Griffith's gnat, and went with this variant of a Mop Fly where we're using chenille instead of an egg sac or the head, and hit it while it was just drifting. Didn't impart any movement on the line. There's a hit right there. We saw the line move. We'll just kind of get it back up. There he goes. That one ran with it. I can see the line turning. All right. Since we can be a little picky maybe and do some catch and release instead, and hopefully get another one of those big ones like our fishing buddy just got. Alrighty. That's a nice one. All right, so short order, we found a pattern and we're going to stick with it until it changes. So we cast, let it drift, no indicator, watch it for movement in the line. There's a hit, line moved. Just go ahead and let it drift down. All right, let's go ahead and recast.
And here's a illustration of why we like the OPST Commando head. We're able to just shoot that line across with minimal false casting.
There's a hit. Oh, missed them. Oh, that's 2 misses. Just kind of let it drift along. There's a hit. Oh, you get one? All right. Steady retrieve on the Copper Super Duper. All right, good job. You need the net? All right, wait for me. Yeah, I saw that. It was a big jump. Oh, nice. That's number 2 for you. Big ones. Ah, nice. Very good. All right, so our fishing partner is lucking out today. 2 smaller ones, because, you know, when you catch your first one, you got to keep it. Can't jinx things. That other one is that third one that he caught. A nice big one, and then just this one just a moment ago. Okay, so we're just going to head down river, do a little scouting. Maybe you might see some bruisers kind of lurking in the river here. All right, so we see some movement, but looks like someone else is fishing this section, so we'll leave it be. and we'll go back up with our fishing buddy. All right, be picky, be picky. Oh yeah, be picky. All right, good job.
Like the
Super duper. Oh, you got the one with the prism on it.
Yeah.
That's gold. That's a gold super duper. That's not copper. All right, he took the PMC Emerger. All right, had to kind of do a little twitchy twitch, and the wind's supposed to be kicking up today, so it may be tough to be fishing on dries, but we got this guy. He's not bad. He's one I'll keep since it's slowing down. All right, number 3 for yours truly on the PMC Emerger. All right, so fishing partner has 4. All caught on that Super Duper, the Gold Super Duper with the red head. Yours truly's got 3. 2 on Mop Flies and 1 on that PMC Emerger. Okay, so let's try a John Deere. All right, good job. He's fat.
All right, our fishing partner seems to have gotten another one, and so we're kind of sidetracked with that John Deere, but shortly we'll be able to be catching something with that John Deere.
All right, they finally hit something here.
So the bite had slowed down for us, and so we had been trying different patterns and finally found this pattern to work.
All right, this one went for a John Deere. Let's see what this guy is. It's not bad. All right, John Deere. Looks like they're picky today.
So this next set of videos, clips, you'll get an idea as to the retrieve we were working, as well as the misses that were happening, especially when we switched back to a Mop Fly when they started hitting that again, but unfortunately not really taking the line like it should.
This one, they're hitting it now. The Mop Fly. No, well, they're hitting it on the drop, but I seem to not be able to hook them. But I'm seeing them take it now. Earlier they weren't doing that. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm watching the line. Can't actually see much because of the wind, but if you watch your line, you'll see the line kind of straighten out, and that means you've got something taking it. And that's what we've missed here so far. Oh, that was a take. That's what we've been missing. So they're kind of grabbing it in their mouths and running and not actually getting a hook. So hopefully we'll get one here soon. There we go. That's another one. Oh man, that's 3 misses. God, missed it again.
So we're able to see the trout take the fly by watching that line movement, but unfortunately we're not able to set the hook in time.
All right, we'll just let it drift. Tighten up the line. Watch for movement. It's that thing that we were practicing earlier in one of the local ponds back home. It's just when we can't see our line out there, we'll look over here instead, and we'll just pay attention to the line movement and seeing if it gets picked up. And that's usually a good indication that you got a fish taking it. There's a hit. There, he's taking it. Oh. Oh, missed that one. I'm missing him now. It's my mojo off. Oh, there we go. He stayed on this time. All right, I think this one may be a keeper. I'm stuck. I'm going to see if he'll pull himself off. Oh, yeah, he pulled himself. Well, let's just keep trying again. Now that I figured out a pattern that's consistent, let's see if we can get one to hit. All right, let's do it. Oh man, this is frustrating now. He was taking it, running with it. I'm seeing them take it right there. It's like they're getting it in their mouth and I'm not hooking them. I just had 4 hits on that last cast. Let's do this again. Ah, there we go. I got him. Finally. I had to do the pull and set the hook retrieve. I don't think so. He looks small. No, he's smaller than the other ones. All right, well, we found a pattern. Just unfortunately, we keep missing them. Our mojo seems to be off. But that's it right there. Mop Fly.
Okay, so this is another change in the pattern today. The fish are now taking the line or taking the fly and kind of running with it. We can feel them tap at it, but we're not actually setting the hook, or when we do set the hook, it's pulling out. So in this case, we're going to drag the line or drag the pole to get the line to move and get them to stay.
Okay, gotcha. Had to just reel it in slowly or pick up the line slowly to get them to continue hitting. So, all right, finally got this guy after several misses. Let's just get this guy over. All right, this will be number 4 for yours truly. And let's see if we can be a little picky on this last one. Nice one. On the Mop Fly. All right, I got one. Ah, he came off. Bummer.
Okay, so we'll follow that cast with another strike. And in this case, we're going to drag that line and pull to get him to strike.
There we go. See if this one's a keeper. What do you think? Yeah, he's not as big. They're still fun. Yeah, he's not as big. All right, I'll keep going. What time is it? Let's see if we can get another one.
Like 12 something.
Oh, we got time.
12:20.
All right, ended up getting the last one on a Super Duper, Gold Super Duper. All right, cool beans. Okay, so how we're catching them on this is basically casting out, count to 3, and then a steady retrieve back. Earlier we were doing a stop and go, and we're able to get them, but right now we're just kind of doing a slow retrieve. All right, there it is again. All right, he's a little bigger. All right, let me do it again.
Awesome time here at Turf Falls. Ended up getting a limit. Looks like the Super Dupers did well with our fishing buddy getting the biggest ones right there. Yours truly getting the smaller ones. Bottom line, we had a good time. The Mop Fly was key. Well, some other fishing flies, and then that Gold Super Duper was the one that made it happen. All right, next time we'll catch you later. Good luck and good fishing. Alrighty, so here are the fish our fishing buddy caught, as well as yours truly. The largest went about 16 inches, and 2 went about 14 inches. The remainder were about 12 or so. Other than that, ended up having some tasty dinner that evening. All right, if you like what we're doing, do like and subscribe, and thank you, and good luck and good fishing.